on the TV screen. The words are honey, but the comb ain't clean. Whispers in alleys, deals under the moon. Promises bloom, but they rot too soon.
The wheel keeps turning
Round and round, truth buried deep beneath the ground. Silent strings of power, they pull behind the curtain. It's never full. The stage is set, but the script's a lie. Silent strings of power. Who decides why? They sell you hope wrapped in a paper flag. Shake your hand while they steal your bag. A king's ransom for a pawn's regret. And the board resets, but no one's left. Silent strings of power, they pull behind the curtain. It's never full. The stage is set, but the script's a lie. Silent strings of power. Who decides why? Red or blue, it's all the same. A shadow face in a rigged game. Tempo slows, then it speeds away. Corruption never takes a holiday.
Okay, that's why you always do audio checks. I didn't do an audio check today. Apparently, my microphone decided to disconnect from OBS. So that is what it is. But hello, everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. My guests are not here yet, but fret not. I have quite the show for you today. I have a lot of news. Let me see. How many tabs do I have up? I have at least over a dozen tabs pulled up. We have a lot of news to cover. There's quite a bit of news. I've been complaining about a lack of news lately. And I found a bunch, so we're gonna talk about a bunch. We're gonna be joined by Fishie and Joey Cannoli once they are available. You know, we all got stuff going on. We all got lives. I understand. They're a little busy. It's okay. But let's see. Wait, what? What is this? Oh, haha. Fishie has an update. So Fishie is on his way, but he is currently updating his PC. So Fish will join us when he can. In the meantime, because I have so much news, we'll just jump into it. We'll jump with one of the stories that they don't need to be here for. It's just a story that we could talk about here together. We don't need them. We don't need them. It's just us. We just need us. Of course I pull up the wrong thing, but that's fine. I meant to have this one. All right. Guys, before you say anything, yes, I am using CNN. I know, the Clinton News Network. Anyway, doesn't matter. If there's a story, there's a story. So we're gonna cover it. Man shot by ICE in California faces charges of assaulting a federal officer with his car. So let's read on. What happened here? Sacramento, California, Associated Press. A man who was shot multiple times during an arrest by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers in Central California last week will appear in court Tuesday to face charges he assaulted a federal officer with his vehicle. Federal prosecutors said. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of California alleges that Carlos Ivan Mendoza Hernandez drove forward and struck a federal agent with his car and reversed back into a law enforcement vehicle after he was pulled over April 7th. Mendoza is expected to appear in court in Sacramento. The Department of Homeland Security said ICE agents fired defensive shots at Mendoza after he tried to drive into them. DHS said that they were conducting an enforcement stop targeting Mendoza, who was 36, in Patterson, a city about 75 miles southeast of San Francisco. Officials described him as a suspected gang member and wanted for questioning in El Salvador related to a killing. So he's a possible murder suspect as well. Mendoza's lawyer, Patrick Kolasinski, has said his client panicked and tried to flee when ICE agent blocked his car. That should never be an argument ever in any sort of court case ever when it talking about law enforcement. If you are panicking and you're in fear and you feel like you need to get away from cops, it's probably because you did something. And I'm not saying that because, cops are saints and that they would never do anything wrong. It's just the simple fact that if you have a massive group of cops and they're all targeting you, your best thing to do in that situation is to submit. Like, it doesn't matter if you could have 100 cops on you and every single one of them could be wrong. The right answer is always to submit to law enforcement, whether they're right or they're wrong. And that might sound weird to some people, but hear me out, right? If the cops are wrong and they arrest you and hold you on false charges and the whole thing ends up being wrong, guess what you can do? You can sue them. You can sue the law enforcement officer and the police department or the city. You can sue them for wrongful detainment. So just let it happen. If they want to be wrong, let them be wrong. Don't ever fight them because you retroactively make them right when you fight them. So don't fight cops. Don't ever fight cops. Don't ever try to flee from cops either. Dashcam footage obtained by KCRA-TV shows 3 officers standing around a vehicle stopped on the side of the road. One of the officers appeared to be touching the driver's side window when the car began to back up and turn, hitting a vehicle behind it. At least 2 of the agents have weapons drawn, pointing at the car. The driver then pulls forward toward where the men are standing and turns sharply, driving over the roadway median. The video has no sound, and it's unclear when the shots were fired or if any of them said anything. Kolasinski has said agents fired at Mendoza while the car was stopped, and he drove away to flee the gunfire. He is doing everything he can to not run them over. Client's reaction during the stop. Kolasinski also disputes DHS claims that there was a warrant out for his client's arrest. He said Mendoza, who is engaged to a U.S. citizen, is a laborer and a father of 2-year-old daughter. He said he has been stopped for minor traffic infractions, but no criminal record in the U.S. And is not the subject of an arrest warrant in El Salvador, where he was acquitted of murder. We are prepared to fight them. Oh, did I forget to post on Discord? I probably did. I did. Oh well. Whoops-a-daisy. Forgot to post to Discord. There we go. Let's see. We are prepared to fight them. So this just sounds like bullshit. And then this guy, this guy's lawyer, he's just trying to play to the jury or the judge or whoever's deciding his outcome in this case. They're just trying to plead with them, adding things like, oh, he's a father of a 2-year-old daughter. He works. He's engaged to a U.S. citizen. I don't care. I literally couldn't care less. I really couldn't. Get out. Go. Goodbye. Later. Maybe not. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's no later. Hopefully you just go. Just go back to El Salvador. Neither DHS nor ICE have responded to the Associated Press request for comment on the lawyer's claims. The encounter was among a string of shootings during the Trump administration's aggressive push to detain and deport immigrants in the country illegally, about which questions have been raised with federal immigration officials. Looks like I have a guest here. Let me fix his settings before I bring him in here. I think this is how I fix it. Hopefully that's what fixes it. And then let's do this. Bring him over here. Let's see if I fixed the delay. I believe I have fixed the delay, but we'll find out right now. Do 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 do. Fish, you gotta unmute yourself.
I do need to unmute myself. Can you hear me now, good sir?
Oh my goodness, you responded without a 10-second delay?
Holy shit.
Holy shit, it's working. Oh my goodness. You know what it was? I found out what it was. We're done with the story. The story's basically over. Some dumbass got pulled over and decided to not cooperate with cops. He got shot. That's the story.
That's usually what happens.
That's usually what happens. You should always comply with police. Never not comply with police. It's your answer should always be, when dealing with cops, your answer should always be comply. Like I was saying before you joined, Fishie, and feel free to disagree. That's what the show's about, right? Disagreeing. If cops are in the wrong, let's say they pull you over on some bullshit. You ran a stop sign. There's no fucking stop sign for miles. Some bullshit, right? Comply. Just comply. Give him your info. Give him your insurance. Give him everything he fucking needs. And then when he gives you that ticket, show up to court and be like, Your Honor, there's no stop sign within fucking however many miles. So like, just prove your case in court, because if you get pulled over and you start arguing with the cop, you retroactively make him right, because it's no longer about the whatever the fuck he pulled you over for. Now it's about whatever you're doing now.
Yeah, it's about arguing and resisting the arrest in the first place, when all you wanted to do was find out, why am I being arrested? Why am I being detained?
Oh my goodness, Living Yankee Free has raided the stream. I think that's the first time I've ever been raided by Yankee. What's up, Yankee? Fishie is low. Talk Fish?
It might be because I have messed with gain and the placement of my mic.
No, it could also be that I'm incredibly loud, and also I turned down auto gain on video. Yankee raid. What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming in. Thank you for Yankee for the raid. Yankee, I gotta get on your show at some point, man. I don't know if you're listening right now. I know when I raid people, I don't immediately start listening to the stream always. So he may not be here just yet. But Yankee, if you are here, I'd love to come on the show sometime, man. I see Joey has a lot of fun over there. Hello, everybody. Surge Bear, Devilishly Angelic, Ashelon. What's up, everybody? Manda, Sweet Panda. I love anything to do with bears. Bears are amazing. Hello, everybody. We'll be joined by Joey Cannoli once he is available. We have the Fish here.
Oh.
So, yeah, man, tomorrow night, be there. I don't know if I can tomorrow. No, we'll see. We'll see about tomorrow. Because I had already made plans with my girlfriend tomorrow. So she'll be very upset if I change those plans. But anyway, Fishie, we have so much to talk about. There's so much news to cover. I don't even know where to begin. I was talking about a
Have
story.
you hit any of the stories that you sent me yet, or were you just doing filler stories?
I covered one of the filler stories. Was what I was doing while I was waiting for you and the Cannoli. Is there a story that you would like to talk about now? There's a few of them in
CIA?
there. You want to talk
The ex-CIA?
the
Guy
CIA
with the
one?
40 million?
That's a pretty big story, guys. I think we know what happened to the Fort Knox gold. I think we know. I think it's been communistically redistributed amongst federal officers and agents.
I mean, I was reading this article while my computer was doing that stupid shit it was doing to me before I wanted to join.
Right. Hello. Hey, what's up, Bach? How's it going, everybody? Guys, make sure you like, follow, all that good stuff. Repost. Reposting is very important. Please repost the stream. Hello, chats. Guys, I do have some special emotes too. Don't be afraid to throw some of those special emotes in there. Make sure you pull those up.
Let me see what emotes you got.
I have premium emotes too. If you're a subscriber to the channel, I wanted to give the subscribers something. But I have a lot of free emotes. There's a ton of free emotes in there, and I think a lot of them are funny. So please use the emotes. Anyway, let's talk about what Fishie was talking about just a moment ago. Because this is a crazy story. This is one of the bigger stories that we were gonna get into today. So let's go ahead and pull it up. If Joey joins while we're talking about this, that'll be good. So, guys, the federal government, feds have now seized $40 million in gold bars from an ex-CIA official's house in Virginia. So this is from Yahoo News, USA Today. So the Fed seized this $40 million in gold bars from the ex-CIA official's house in Virginia. An ex-government official with top security clearance has been arrested after federal agents found hundreds of gold bars in his Virginia home, worth at least $40 million, according to court records obtained by USA Today. David Rush, who is facing a charge of theft of public money, was arrested last week and remains in federal custody pending a detention hearing next week. His attorney declined USA Today's request for comment on May 27th. During a search of Rush's Virginia home last week, FBI agents found 303 gold bars that each weighed about 2.2 pounds and are estimated to be worth more than $40 million.
That's the part that made my jaw drop. 303 bars.
Well, think about
How
that.
long has he been getting them?
Think about that too.
Oh,
And
Joey's here.
They're both 2 pounds each, right? So they're both 2 pounds each. Let's get Joey in here. They're both 2 pounds each. That means this guy got over 600 pounds of gold out of wherever he stole it from. Like, that's actually crazy. Joey, I don't know if this was one of the stories that I sent you last night. I didn't turn off auto gain for you though, so let me do that now. Whoops. Okay, now I'm not gonna be able to hear Joey. Hang on. We gotta refresh because
we lost the Tyler.
No, it was me refreshing.
Welcome to the Fishie Show.
It was me refreshing. It's not Fishie Show.
Damn it.
For some reason, he needs to refresh when he turns auto gain off.
I don't know. It's a thing. But look, there's no delay today, so that's the important thing. There's no delay.
What
But
did
anyway,
you do to fix that?
I'll tell you after the story what I did to fix it. It's just me being
You went on my
retarded.
show.
It's me being retarded.
You went on my show and it solved everything.
Oh yes, no, totally. That's totally what did it, guys. If you're ever having technical difficulties, just go on Nightcap. You're fine. You'll be fine after. I promise. Anyway,
Should I
Joey.
open my window blinds?
Joey, was this one of the shows? Was this one of the articles I sent you last night?
I didn't. I gotta be honest. I didn't look at any of them.
Okay, so this is one of the bigger stories that I wanted to cover. And before you joined, I had made the comment that maybe this is where the gold at Fort Knox went, because we were supposed to have an audit of that. Donald Trump was supposed to go look at personally, and we have heard
yes.
not even a whisper of that since. So
Him and Elon Musk were gonna do it together, holding hands.
well, now we have this story, Joey, a federal agent who it was an FBI agent. Sorry, not FBI agent. A CIA agent has now been arrested after they found 303 gold bars in his home. $40 million worth of gold just in this guy's house. The documents identify Rush as a former senior executive service level employee at a United States government agency who has a top secret clearance and access to classified information. The New York Times is reporting that Rush worked for the Central Intelligence Agency. The FBI seized the gold bars from Rush's home, as well as about $2 million in cash, 35 Rolexes, and other luxury watches. But the current charge that Rush faces isn't related to the gold or money seized at his home. What?
Yeah, that's the part that also threw me for a loop.
So they were there on different. They were there for a different reason, and then they're like, "Hey, bro, where'd you get all this? Where'd you get all this gold?
Hey, where'd you get all this from?
Hey, you got receipts
Hey,
for this?"
you lied. You lied on your application about such a. What the fuck do you have all this gold for? You know what?
Yeah,
Fuck
what
this
the-
application. We want the gold.
Well, what's interesting, and a lot of people don't know, one of the things that you have to clarify when you apply for security clearances is you have to notify the government exactly everything to do with your finances. They need to know how much you're in debt, if you're in debt at all, what assets you own, what money you have stored away. They want to know all of it, and there's a good reason for it. They don't want you to be in a situation where you're bad with money, you have a bad credit score, you're in debt, all these sorts of things, and then you get access to government information, and then a place like China comes to you and they're like, hey, we see you have a bunch of debt. How about we make that debt go away? You give us a little something, something. So they don't want you to have, they want to know your finances for all these different reasons. So they would know beforehand this guy's entire finances and everything about where his money goes. So they pull up to this guy's house and they're like, yeah, none of this is in our records, dude. Let's see.
Can I have some of that gold?
Can I have some of that? Yeah, well, look, it is the people's money.
One piece.
It is
Just
the
one
people's
piece,
money.
Just something.
I'm sure if, that we might be able to get like a gold penny or something like that. A nice solid gold penny for every American citizen with all of this. I'm just a thought. I know it's a lot to ask for. You know, we won't
No, they
get
don't do
that, but you know what we
pennies
will
anymore.
get? We'll get Donald Trump offering to make a $250 bill. Hell yeah.
Well, that's what 250. Why 250? Why not just 200?
I think the
Because
reason
he's got to go that extra half mile.
it has to be 250 because it's 250th year of America.
Fuck it.
That actually makes sense.
Yeah, but he wants
I
his
guess
face
so.
on it.
It's all fucking vanity though. It doesn't matter.
It is vanity.
What he
Like,
should do is if you're he should just resurrect the $1,000 bill and put his face on it.
Well,
So that
and-
way
well,
I
and-
say put JFK on the 250.
well, most places won't even accept $100 bills in California, so
You should-
there's no way in fuck
actually-
they're gonna accept 250.
they should make a $50 and put JFK on it.
I
did
mean, we
used to have
retired
$5.
Lincoln's penny. Put Lincoln on the 250.
I meant
We
a
got rid of his
$50
penny.
bill.
No, Lincoln should be on the $1,000 bill. The man's been on the penny for too long. He needs some real
They
value
already
on
have
him.
a $1,000 bill. You know who's on the $1,000 bill?
No,
I don't remember. But let's
Isn't that
find out
Roosevelt?
together. I don't remember.
I think, who the fuck was on the $2 bill? I have a $2 bill, but I don't know where it is.
John Adams. $1,000 bill was Grover Cleveland. I think they had a $10,000 bill too. Because who the fuck needs to carry that much money?
wait, what?
Who's on
Hang on, wait, pause. Let's read this here. Why were authorities investigating David Rush? Between November 2025 and March of this year, Rush asked for and received a significant quantity of foreign currency and tens of millions of dollars in gold bars. They gave it to him. They gave it to him because he requested it for work-related expenses. Hey guys, work-related expenses. I gotta pay for this hotel. Mind sliding a bar? Slide a bar over, huh? I gotta pay for the hotel.
I'm gonna need 12 bars. I need 12 bars. 2 for the hotel,
Ah,
2 for the hookers,
you know,
8 for the blow.
I forgot my phone and my wallet at home. You think you could hand me a gold coin or two for the taxi?
This GameStop only takes gold bars.
Like, what? Who's approving this? Whoever approved this shit needs to get arrested too. Who's looking at the approval forms? They're like, work-related expense. I need millions of dollars in gold bars. Yeah, sure. Rubber stamp. Who the fuck?
Evil.
Just one of those gold bars would buy several dozen Transformers for me.
I need to find out whoever was rubber stamping this, and I need to find out how many gold bars they got as a bribe for this. Like, hey, yeah, dude, I'll approve all of it, but you gotta slide a few bars my way.
You
James
requested
Madison was on the
12
$5,000
bars.
bill.
Here's your 10.
James Madison was on the $5,000, and Salmon P. Chase was on the $10,000 bill. He was Lincoln's Secretary of State, or Secretary of something. I already forgot. Maybe he was just a secretary. I don't know.
I've never heard of that motherfucker.
During the course of the
Well.
investigation, the affidavit says that the FBI learned that Rush lied about his academic credentials for his government jobs. Oh, big shocker. People lying about their academic credentials. Oh, big shocker. And fraudulently took $77,000 in military leave after lying about being an active member of the Navy Reserve, the affidavit says. How the fuck do you do that? How do you defraud the military and lie about being a member of the Navy? Wouldn't you have to prove that before you get leave?
I gotta say, people who get away with like such levels of like lying and fraud against like agencies like this, I almost feel like they should get away with it because it's like that's on that's on those agencies.
Look, I've made that exact argument about immigration,
everything.
dude. If someone is here illegally and they own a home, literally own a home, at that point it's our fault. Like, how did we get to the point where we let him buy a house?
Yeah, how'd that even fucking happen?
Like, people get upset that immigrants rent and own homes for all these years and decades and shit. And it's like, yeah, they shouldn't. How the fuck did we get to the point where they do?
Well, the flaw in that, I know it's said in tongue in cheek, but the big flaw with it is you're gonna get people inside of government that are just going to like approve this shit.
Yeah, they
and they'll be like,
purposefully
"Oh, no,
corrupt
how-
it so that way later down the
how
line
did
you're like,
that-
oh, but we let it happen. I get it.
Yeah, how'd we let that happen? Oh no.
And that's where Sean comes from, where he's like, I don't give a fuck, kick everybody out. And I do get that perspective, because it's like,
Right.
if you allow leniency, then they'll cause a situation where leniency is granted,
I don't know.
And then they'll abuse it.
and then they abuse it. Give them an inch, they take a mile, as they say, right? Let's see. So this guy, he got $77,000 from this guy. Oh my! This is the greed they
Rebel.
talk about in the Bible. Oh my God! $77,000 from the military, and then he goes and gets millions of dollars in gold bars. This guy's greed is insane. Let's see. Rush had been in the Navy, but was honorably discharged in 2015. The affidavit says Rush claims to be in the Navy Reserve for another 10 years through 2025, it says. So that's how he defrauded it. He used his military credentials to then lie about when he actually left the military. Okay. What does the CIA say about the case? Well, the CIA's Media Relations Office didn't immediately respond to requests for comment. Oh, big shocker. In a joint statement to the New York Times, the CIA and the FBI said that an internal CIA investigation identified possible violations of the law. So CIA Director John Ratcliffe referred the information to the FBI and for a law enforcement investigation. Well, let's see if Kash Patel fucking does anything about it. I doubt he will. Doesn't seem like they're doing much of anything these days. And I'm getting really annoyed with all these headlines that keep popping up where they're like, oh, guys, they're going after all these fraudsters in Minnesota and California. And it's like, great. I love that you're getting that headline for the 3 people you arrested. It's not covering the hundreds of fucking fraud cases we could find a day. And it's
Or
the same,
in my
Biggest fraud
eyes,
of them all.
in my eyes, I'd rather accept the fucking fraud and people defrauding the tax dollars and taxpayers over some of the other shit that they're allowing to happen and ain't investigating.
there's a lot of shit
Like
that needs
what,
to be
Fishie?
investigating, but they keep doing this thing where, because they were doing it with the immigration stuff and the deportations at the start of it. And I keep telling people this, right? All those videos you saw of people going out and getting chased by ICE and stuff like that, it's all for show. It's for the media. Like, oh, they might catch 10 or 20 people, but that doesn't account for the millions, literal millions that we have in the country. So you see these videos of ICE agents jumping out of the back of moving trucks and then chasing people through parking lots. It's all for that media clip to be like, look, guys, deportations are happening. And they do the same thing here when they go and arrest people. And they're like, look, guys, we're going after fraud. Look, we're going after immigrants. And it's like, no, you're not. You're just making it look like you are.
Photo ops.
Photo op. It's just a photo op.
They just care about. It's almost like it's more important to just get a story out there than actually have something happen.
Yeah, they want the idea to be around that it's happening than it actually happen. And it's funny that they do that, right? Because it works against them in more ways than one. I'm sure both of you could think of multiple ways, but in one way that it works against Republicans and conservatives is that if you set the narrative that this is happening, and then Democrats absolutely hate that that's happening, but it's actually not happening. So you're telling Republicans that this is happening, that's what Republicans want, and then it's not happening. But then you're telling Democrats that that's what's happening, and they don't want that. So then you're riling them up to go against you in the next election. And then you're letting Republicans know, like, guys, we're doing everything you want, just keep us here. And then they don't go and vote in the next election because they think you got it handled. So it ends up just coming back on yourself every fucking time. They're like, look, guys, we're doing great. You know, we're gonna stick doing what we're doing. And then Republicans are like, great, I'm gonna go take a nap and not vote.
Well, we're winning. Oh well, I bet
We're winning,
I'm
but
tired
best
today,
go
honey.
sit back and let. Oh, you tired of winning yet?
I'm tired today, honey. I'm just gonna rest my feet. We got this in the bag.
Yeah.
We are winning so fucking much. We are winning. Winning.
Winning. But
And then the next day happens and they lose the vote by 1, and you're like, honey, we really should have voted. Oh, 1 vote doesn't matter.
we keep getting all these people celebrating the Republican nominations in all these different states, and I'm like, yay, great. It's just the nomination though, guys, because they still have to go against a Democrat, and right now Republicans are not viewed very favorably, and that's not to say the Democrats are viewed very favorably either. Both political parties right now are viewed very unfavorably, and I am all for that. You know, talking to normies and shit at my work and stuff, everyone's just sick of politics, man. They're sick of all the political leaders.
Well, the problem is what people do when one party is in office is they vote for the other party because that's just how it is in America.
It
There's-
goes
there's-
A, B, A,
Mhm.
B.
You're like, oh wow, this isn't going well. I guess we got to vote for the other guys because what are they going to do in reality? What are we going to explain the fucking complex political system it's not really complex, but it's made to seem complex. We're gonna just explain it to them, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh, yeah, that's not intimidating at all." Yeah, I'm gonna go vote for this third party that I don't really know much about. You know, it's how it goes.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get people to move out of the two-party system, like you were saying, because it's you tell someone to go vote for the Green Party, and then it's got a lot of bad things, around it. Or you tell someone to vote Libertarian, and then like some of the Libertarians are fucking batshit crazy, saying shit like that you should be able to sell drugs to kids and stuff, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh, yeah,
no.
When it comes to the drugs, libertarians are a little extreme in my eyes, allowing meth and all that shit.
But
I am not for that. But almost everything else, they got my support.
But that's the issue, right? Is that normies tend to go either left or right, and then the more fringe ideas end up going to like the Green Party, Libertarian, or other split offs, and it's hard to get like an actual just normal group of people to go away from these parties.
Well, most people here legalize all drugs, and they're like, "Oh, it's not a great idea,"
Not a
even
great
if they
idea.
participate.
Oregon
And then
tried
they
it; it
hear-
didn't work.
Yeah. Well, you know, they also tried it at the same time as like get away. They also tried it at like the same time as bail reform. So like, I feel like a lot of it is like. Sometimes I wonder if like Republicans don't fight against certain things so they can have statistics shaped a certain way. So when then they argue against it in X amount of years, they'll be able to go, look, these are the numbers. And it's like, yeah, but why did those numbers formulate? So it's always some sort of like subversive bullshit that goes on. But you know, like if you were to say like, oh, well, ever since they legalized weed in New York, it's just been base heads everywhere and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but the problem is these guys should be arrested when they act out in public and they just get released. That's the issue. So if you take, like, why can't we get someone who's just like, yeah, we'll legalize this, but we'll also actually arrest you if you commit a crime? Those things don't seem to happen in the cities where it's been getting legalized recently.
And I've brought up the analogy before, Joey, but it's kind of like when something on your car breaks, right? Like if something on your car breaks, you ignore it, it starts breaking other things in the car, and then eventually you finally get around to fixing the thing that broke, but now it's too late. It's broken other things. So then it just ends up breaking again. So it's not enough to just fix the one thing that broke. You got to fix all of it at the same time in order for it to work again. And I think that the same can be said for a lot of things that we see in life, especially politics.
Like computers.
Computers are a good example, but politics as well, right? You break something like the justice system, and then all of a sudden all these other things break, all these other little things in the justice system break, and then you're like, all right, well, this is the issue. Let's fix that. You fix that, it doesn't change anything. It might have been good that you fixed that, but now there's so many other problems that you have to fix that it doesn't look like you changed anything. And that now we're just in decline. I don't know how we get away from that.
I have these discussions with my brother all the time. It's too bad I don't want to intersect my actual life with the shit that happens on the show, because those are sometimes the better shows. But you know, he's right in the sense that there's I know it's going to sound black-pilled, but as far as the system as we know it, I don't really know if there's any saving it. I don't see how. I really don't. I'm trying to be positive, and you know, Sean says let's find the things that are happening that are positive, like, you know, he mentioned like Thomas Massey was doing this with this bill, and it's like, well, now Thomas Massey's not going to be in Congress, so it's like
They're systematically removing the people like Thomas Massey from Congress.
It's so hard for me to see an off ramp, and the way that I saw the Republicans basically start acting when they got the power, and then how they switched once they got the power. It's just going to be continuous of this like swinging far this way, lying that way, and people just get disheartened, and then when they get disheartened, they get finger wagged, which makes things worse. It never helps when you get finger wagged, but it just constant. Yeah,
I was just gonna say that's the scary thing, though, Joey, is like things. I have to say it this way: things have to get worse before they get better. There's no direction that we can go as of right now that makes our situation in the United States better. The only path forward right now is for things to get worse before they can get better, and it's an unfortunate reality.
From a psychological standpoint, that's really the only thing that can happen. I just don't see any other way. You know, psychologically, people need to get snapped into it.
I mean, people in
I kinda
California
got
are
woken
finally California. I would say probably in the next 5 to 10 years, California will look very different politically. A lot of people are
depends
a lot of people
Yeah.
are seeing the rampant crime, and you're ruled by the same people for decades. Eventually you got to be like, hey, these same people have been in power, and things have only gotten worse. And a lot of people are starting to notice it. A lot of regular Californians have been complaining as of late.
A lot of that really depends on, you know, how the voting is going to pan out, because, you know, they have they got a certain system in California.
Shit is so rigged here. They just passed the Nick Shirley Act. They also just passed here. Let's this will be a good segue. They just passed this. Let's pull this one up. Gavin Newsom wants to claw back Trump fund cash as California burns billions of dollars on a rail and other boondoggles. The proposal comes as California faces a roughly $2.9 billion budget shortfall, and Newsom is widely viewed as a 2028 contender. So Donald Trump plans on giving people that were attacked by the Biden administration's justice system, there's a fund that is going to be giving these people some money back for their troubles. And Gavin Newsom just signed a law that would tax any funds received by Californians from that fund at 100%. Not even fucking joking.
Fucking crazy.
So
what the fuck?
So you have lawfare levied against you by the last administration in power. You have lawfare levied against you. You get acquitted or whatever. It's decided that you were not at fault. The government then decides you deserve some sort of reparation for your trouble. And then the governor of California says, "Fuck you, that's our money."
I just hate having to say, like, the government will continue to do what the people allow them to do. And I know that there are people who are like, oh, if we do that, then they're going to, put us in jail forever. And it's like, yeah, that's
We're already
what
there.
happened to Thomas Jefferson and fucking, George Washington and John Adams if they wouldn't have won the revolution. So you have to, it's really that simple. If you're going to take the country back, what is the, just logically thinking, let's imagine we're in a scenario where our government and our institutions have been completely hijacked. Well, how do you get out of that? If this was like a movie, how would you get out of that? How would the Avengers save us if they realized that the Avengers agency and all of the government was completely hijacked?
Joey,
what do you think?
I think about
Captain
that
America
often.
would do about that?
I think about that often, and I don't think I can give that answer on the internet, is what I'll say.
Well, not even on Rumble, I wouldn't feel safe giving the answer. But we all know what the
not
answer
even on.
is.
I wouldn't give my answer on the most uncensored site ever because I would be arrested for my answer. Is what I'll say.
That's exactly.
Sad thing is, the truth on this situation will get you in trouble more than trying to cover up.
And that's sort of the point.
Well, because Joey's asking what the solution would be, and the solution would be removing a lot of people in government very quickly.
Yeah, and we all had hopes that Donald Trump would do that, but I didn't think he was going to do it. But you can hope and pray. He talks the big talk, and he fucking walks like he talks like he's Mike Tyson, but he walks like he's Joe Biden. That's really what it is.
Oh, don't worry. Jill Biden came out. There's another story we could pull up if you guys want. It's not like a big story. We'll just mention it briefly.
I didn't read it, but I saw that headline.
You already know what I'm gonna bring up, right? Wait. It's literally right here. Hang on. It's literally right here on my screen.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Joe Biden debate disaster, feared stroke during 2024 Trump face-off. So Jill Biden says that she thinks during the debate with Trump, Joe Biden was having a fucking stroke.
He had
And this is how many years after?
Joe Biden's wife believed he was having a stroke during the debate.
And this is how long after she was saying, he's fit as a fiddle. He's the best shape he's ever been.
Yeah,
I'm
continued
a
saying
doctor.
it.
Trust me.
Keep in mind, this is long before there were any debates about him dropping out. Like, everyone was saying he should drop out, but we didn't think he actually would until, like, way after the debate. Like, it was a month or two after the debate, right? So, to think that she's still going around, you can go back and find clips of her, like Fishie just said, saying her husband's perfectly healthy. And then here she's coming out now saying, yeah, I think he was having a stroke. Like... I don't think that means he's healthy, lady.
Gosh, I mean, I don't know. Like, thinking about that question of like, how do we vote our way out of this? The way the government is set up, and it's even worse. It's even worse in other countries. So, the way everything is set up and the cycles that it goes through of, you know, every 6 years Senate. It's like every 2 years we have like something to vote for. It's almost impossible to then somehow, like, let's say you found 150 people to run and you put unlimited money into them. They're all not running at the same time. They all might not get into the government at the same time. They might get in for a two-term, they might get in for a term and then they get fucking, you know, $22 million from APAC against them and they can't compete against that. There's always some shit that's going to happen, cycle in and out to basically stop us from having a lot of momentum. This time around, what stopped us from having momentum was the Senate leader that Donald Trump vehemently pushed through and said, we must be unified. So just accept him as the Senate leader when everyone's going, we need a better Senate leader because this guy is garbage. That didn't matter, though.
I saw a tweet today. I saw a tweet today talking about Mike Johnson, and they're like, Mike Johnson doesn't get enough credit for all the things that he's done with such a slim majority. And it's like, oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Fucking Mike Johnson, who fucking, you know, half the time the house is in recess or
won't call anybody back from holiday early ever.
I know, it's ridiculous. Like, come on, man. These are, you know, I said this to you the other day in the DM. You know, the point in which the government and the institutions no longer represent the people is when everything is done out of their convenience instead of the people's convenience. Well, look at all these fucking programs that they have and the way it's all set up. The vaccine rollouts for COVID, it was very much one size fits all because it's convenient for the government to do. Oh, it would cost more money to do it the other way. It's like, yeah, it should. Well, if we're going to do this for the people and not for the sake of the government, maybe things should cost more money to make it more individualized. I think most people would accept that, but that's not how it goes. That's not how it goes. It's all done at the behest and the convenience of the government. It's all done at the behest and convenience of the large corporations. And it's like, we have to, either we accept it or we don't, because it's never going to change. That's never going to change. So either we accept it or we don't. And we know what most people's choices is they're going to accept it. And there's just not enough people nowadays. It's not, this ain't 1776, man. Like 3% people mobilizing is not going to, they got cameras on every corner. They're watching everything you do. They got everything's monitored. Alex Jones cracked open cable boxes in the 1997 to show that they had microphones in there. Why do they need microphones in a cable box? Oh,
but they got all those flock cameras, whatever the fuck they're calling them. They got them all over my state and the surrounding states. AI surveillance every fucking where.
They can hack into the systems whenever they want. They act like they need, we need the cell phone company's approval. No, they really don't. They can go in there if they want. Like,
the thing is, though, this is directed at both of you guys. The thing is, I make jokes about not watching sports and stuff like that because it's bread and circus. It's to keep you occupied and distracted. But to a certain extent, yes. But I think the main reason that we won't see anybody go back against the government like we did during the country's founding, I don't think we'll ever see that again, because why would anyone give up video games and internet access and binge watching their favorite shows and all this different stuff? You don't need sports and shit and coliseums for people to fight and stuff anymore to keep people occupied. Maybe you do for some people, and it works on a lot of people still, but the people that don't get captured by that get sucked up into their favorite TV shows, the cooking shows, or just cooking in general. Like, there's so many different activities that people partake in that they would not be able to should they choose to oppose their government.
Yo, when it comes down to it, like, it's like, again, back to like a fucking movie scenario. When it comes down to it, and you know, the normies got a gun pointed at us, and then the government guy is going to go, listen, you might not like some of the things we do, but have human beings ever enjoyed such luxury as you enjoy? You know, and the normie's going to go and be like, I mean, they're not wrong. So it's like, we are getting fucked. We're getting fucked. And just because we live in perhaps one of the most comfortable,
We
luxurious
live better
times
than
of human history.
we live
Yeah.
better than any king at any point in human history. The some of the poorest people in the United States have access to better luxury, technology, you name it, food even. The spices you can go buy at your grocery store, most kings never had access to. Like
Yeah,
it's crazy.
right. The poorest people in the fucking far reaches of Southeast Asia or Africa have fucking smartphones now. Like, everyone has a fucking mini computer, and that's, you know, mass produced because the big corporations and governments work together. So it's mass produced, and now they can basically have little spy cams on everybody. Yeah, they would have landlines in some part of Africa, man. They just went straight to fucking cell phones. So
Going
they
on,
got,
going on with your cell phone thing, with everybody having a smartphone in some capacity and shit. Google has now reversed, or not reversed, but changed all their searches into AI helpers. So if you go to Google and look up anything, it's going to give you AI prompt after AI prompt instead of actually going through websites and showing you a website. And now it's
That's
in
what I thought.
everybody's phone across the world.
Yep.
Now everyone's all connected, so it's like, you know, Sean's been playing Mass Effect. I don't know if any one of you two have played Mass Effect, but I'm not really revealing any spoilers here. But there's a synthetic, you know, race called the Geth, and they're basically like a unified, you know, we are Legion sort of thing. It's all in one, and it's like the irony behind what they do with globalism is they try to make us like all into one thing and strip away all of our individuality. But the goal, I suppose, from the movement that we're doing is to bring everyone together as well, but not strip them of their individuality. So it's almost like you're kind of dealing with. It's almost like that, you know, when you when things come so far left or right, they start to look similar. So if you like hear the goals of you know, like an America First person, it's almost like, you know, we're gonna bring America together, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna be one unified country. And it's like, doesn't that, it starts to sound like globalism? But like, what's the differences? The difference is keeping that individuality. They want to strip us of our individuality, and that's the bad part. We're all gonna be the fucking same, and that's why they love communism so much, because that's part of communism is, you know, stripping things of their individuality to functioning as one big unit, one lifeless unit, one robotic unit.
And then to go back to you know, going against the government, it's not just California doing this. At the bottom, it also says that let's see, I think it said North Carolina, or South Carolina. It obviously New York is also trying to do this. Oh, it just says Connecticut. So Connecticut is also trying to push for 100% tax. And the reason you all probably guessed it is because they don't want the money going to January 6th protesters. When that money is absolutely deserved by many of them. I think Joshua Matthew Black, the man that I interviewed, he should be compensated for the treatment that he received. It's insane that what they did to him. For those of you that have not heard that interview, highly recommend it. You find it on YouTube or Rumble. Joshua Matthew Black. He was at the January 6th Capitol riots. His story's crazy. Highly recommend everyone go give that a listen. But 100% tax, that you might as well just call it theft. Just we're just gonna steal your money. That money that would be given to you for compensation. No, it goes right back into the coffers of the state government. Why?
Yep.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm sure I could find some more stories to pull up here. That's the wrong. There we go. I have so many stories to pull up. I'll find something else to pull up.
I mean, I was saying the other day how like the way politics are now is becoming bread and circus for the fucking boomers. That's what politics basically is, fucking bread and circus for the boomers. I mean, isn't politics basically like bread and circus now? Like, it's all like you root for your team,
root for your team, and then yeah, you get it's like your draft picks. You gotta pick them out, and you know you have your team leaders and stuff like that, your coaches. It's just it's the same
excited
thing.
about this summer. I'm excited about so and so.
Oh, we failed this season. We'll get them next season. Don't worry.
Yeah, and then when you do miserable constantly, you know, the owner finds every excuse other than his horrible leadership as to why you guys did so bad. It's just bread and circuses for fucking you know, deep Republicans and fucking boomers, man. It really is. Like the types who watch Fox News and eat up everything, man. It's just it's kind of sad, honestly. It's sad because, you know, politics shouldn't be like that, but this is something that like the Marxists have done is they've intermingled politics with bread and circus / sports and entertainment, and you know the people on the right constantly, you know, push back against that, like,
you know what, Joey?
We just don't want politics in our sports, and it's like, bro, what the fuck? It's already there, man. You might as well start taking advantage of it or something.
You know what, Joey? You're right. Let's get away from politics and let's talk about something entertaining. Guys, we have this story. Let's pull this one up. Got this from ABC News. I don't have Joey up here. There we go. Got this from ABC News. Lawyer says tourist accused of hurling rock at Hawaiian monk seal has been threatened. A tourist from Washington State is accused of throwing a coconut-sized rock at an endangered Hawaiian monk seal. So there's a reason I'm pulling this up, because there's more to this story. Let's watch the video. We don't need sound to it. It's just some newscaster talking. Let's get to the part where it actually shows the tourist, because the guy's on video, and now he's been threatened by locals, and yeah. So you can see here he's throwing a rock at the seal. Let's go back.
Oh, I remember seeing that clip.
Full screen it.
Seal.
Dude, he almost headshot the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right in front of it. So, so the reason locals are so upset is because this seal is actually known and named by the local community, and it's also a part of an endangered species. So, it's like critically endangered too, not just basic endangered. Like they don't have very many left. I guess this guy is a regular tourist, and he's claiming, the guy that threw the rock is claiming that he was trying to protect sea turtles. Since they had been physically assaulted, so since the guy that threw the rock, he's claiming that he was trying to protect sea turtles, but since then, he's been physically assaulted, he's been threatened, and he has been doxxed. I have this other story. Hawaiian hailed as hero for beating entitled tourist caught hurling rock at beloved seal Lonnie in viral video. So, yeah, there's a local Hawaiian guy who got given, I think he got given a key to the city by the mayor for beating the shit out of this guy.
Hey, brother, thank you so much, man.
Oh, that's fucking great.
And the mayor was like, he's like, look, I don't condone violence, but this guy's a hero.
Sometimes violence.
Look, hey, dude, don't fuck with animals. I absolutely hate, like, I know some people that that I consider friends still, I guess. And we go out to places, and for no fucking reason at all, he's just like, yeah, let me just murder that bird over there. And I'm like, why? Just let it be. He's no reason at all. It's and
compulsive autism.
I don't know. Like, I get you like hunting. I get you like, you know, killing and eating things. It could be fun. It could be interesting to eat more exotic animals
Hunting
and stuff
is-
like
yeah.
that. But when you're just like everything in sight needs to die, you're a little crazy, man.
Yeah, there's a fine line between I gotta hunt to survive and I'm gonna
Hunting for
murder
sport, and I just
everything
felt
and
like
get
it.
Fucking, so it's like some people get like fucking hard off this shit, man. It's
But that's what this reminds me of, right? Like, don't fuck with animals, man. Animals are cool. Animals help the environment in a bunch of different ways. I love animals. I love insects. I love wildlife in general. Don't fuck with it.
We never deserved the urban family. We never deserved them as a species.
But like, if I was on the beach and I saw someone doing this shit to a seal, I'd fucking chuck a rock at the person. So I think this guy's a fucking hero for beating the shit out of him. I don't condone violence
thank you,
either,
brother.
but you start fucking with people, or you start fucking with wildlife for no reason, you deserve that shit.
Yep.
absolutely deserve it. So that we're not done with the story though, because this entitled motherfucker deserved a beating. Hopefully he'll keep his mouth shut next time. You may be asking why I'm saying that. Let's read on. A local Hawaiian is being hailed as a hero for pummeling a Seattle tourist caught hurling a huge rock at a beloved monk seal. That was a fucking massive rock. It was like the size of that seal's head. And even earned a special recognition from the state government. Oh, not the mayor, the state government. For the vigilante ass whooping. The entitled tourist, 37, allegedly approached the endangered seal known by Hawaiians as Lonnie. Like I said, they have her named. The seal's named. And tossed a massive rock at her as she swam along the shoreline off Front Street in Lahaina on Tuesday, according to a social media post and the Hawaiian Department of Natural Resources. After other beachgoers learned of the visitor's disgusting caught-on-camera act, at least one enraged local went after the seal abuser and repeatedly punched him, according to video shared on social media. Oh, wait, do we have video? No way.
I want to see it. I'm making that big screen so I can see it behind scenes.
No fucking way. Wait, hang on. Wait.
What?
Play it again. Watch on Instagram. It's a very short clip. Beat the shit out of that guy. Damn. Can you guys see that? Damn.
Good.
He's not overdoing it at all. That's like the perfect amount. That's the perfect amount of beatdown right there.
Critical beatdown.
Critical beatdown. Dude, don't fuck with wildlife, man. Get fucked up. Fuck around, find out. The viral clip of the act of citizen justice shows a shirtless man approaching the Seattle man from behind and knocking him down in a flurry of blows. The footage quickly scored thousands of likes and comments praising the locals for helping dish out karma. Some of us have seen environmental activists, I like to call them, who take matters into his own hands to educate what might happen to when you mess with our lands or the animals. Our attorney over here wants to make it clear we don't condone violence, but we did make a letter of recognition for Mr. Ambassador of Aloha. So he is now the ambassador, by the way. He's the ambassador of wildlife or something like that. The guy that was beating the shit out of this guy, they gave him some sort of title. He's like the protector of something. They fully honored this guy for beating the shit out of him. But
now that is beautiful. That is a good story.
But the reason this guy deserved it even more, right? And I can't find any quotes here. Maybe they have it on the other one. But this piece of shit, right? The guy throwing the rock, he's a millionaire. So when he got threatened with fines, he said that that's fine, I can afford it. And he was basically acting. He's like, oh, that's nothing to me. I can't find the quotes here, but that's one of the reasons.
I got money.
Oh, here it is. When a witness confronted Light Viachuk, whatever the fuck that guy's name is, some Swede or something. When a witness confronted him, he did not care and was rich enough to pay any fines, according to the complaint.
Wow.
So his response was not to hurt this monk seal, but to get it away from the turtles, is what the defense is claiming. There's no fucking turtles anywhere. That seal is not on the attack. It's just swimming. Bullshit. Bullshit. He's being treated unfairly because he's a white outsider. Are you fucking serious?
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. No, dude. It's not. That has nothing to do with you being white, dude. There's nothing to do with you being white. Only 1,600 of those seals remain in the wild. So they are a critically endangered species. If convicted, he faces up to 1 year in prison for each charge. He also faces a fine of up to $50,000 under the Endangered Species Act and a fine of up to $20,000 under the Marine Mammal Protection Act. And I know that the mayor, or it might have been state officials, have already said that whoever presides over his case should throw the fucking book at him. So,
oh shit.
Especially because he's talking shit about being rich. He's like, oh, I could skirt past any consequences, whatever.
I'm a millionaire. I could afford your fees. Cool.
I'm a millionaire. I can harm
15 million in
endangered
fees,
animals.
motherfucker.
I'm rich, bitch.
Sick of shitty gov. I like babies. Maybe we could do this kind of thing to abortionist murder doctors. Maybe we'll live in a world like that someday, Shitty Gov. We're not quite there yet.
What
A lot of people are still
yelling about?
A lot of people are still very
Sorry.
much in favor of their right to choose murder. But anyway, so I wanted to bring that story up because I thought that story was absolutely hilarious. My buddy was actually telling me about this while we were playing Minecraft, and I was like, "That's a crazy story." And then I was looking for news, and I found these two articles, and I was like, "Dude, I got to talk about it." It's fucking hilarious. Guy deserves it. Guy absolutely deserves it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below if he deserved it. All right, we got so many stories. I have so many stories. Here's another non-political story. I know Joey likes the non-political ones. All right, we got this from we have this from the Daily Mail. New DNA analysis of mysterious conehead mummies fuels alien origin theories. Let me refresh the page. It doesn't look like everything's loading. No, things just don't want to load. Oh, there we go. Okay, so a new DNA analysis of mysterious conehead mummies has failed to definitively explain their origins, fueling long-standing claims that they could be linked to extraterrestrials. Researchers from Liberty University in Virginia examined teeth from the Paracas skulls, a collection of more than 300 ancient remains discovered by archaeologists in Peru during the 1920s. Previous studies concluded that the cone-shaped skulls were likely intentionally deformed by human civilization that lived more than 2,000 years ago, between 800 BC and 100 BC. However, these tests were completed through visual observations only. Several earlier DNA analyses aimed at uncovering the mummy's origins produced inclusive results, prompting researchers to launch a new study using powdered material extracted from the teeth to build a genetic profile. While theories have persisted for decades that the mummies are the remains of alien life forms carrying non-human DNA, although those claims have never been confirmed. So this is what the skulls look like.
It really makes you wonder.
Really makes you wonder when you think about early human civilization.
Oh no, I seen people with head shaped like that before. I'd be keep it 100 in high school. There was a dude definitely had a head shape like that, bro.
But they're saying
some of that's deformities or deformalities, and some of them they bind the skulls when they're infants to keep that shape. But that was an ancient practice. Why were they doing that?
But it says even after sampling multiple Paracas conehead teeth, however, scientists said there was still not enough genetic material to definitively rule out the possibility that the skulls came from an extraterrestrial race. So that sounds weird. So basically what it sounds like is when they pull the teeth out and they powder them down, they're not getting enough human DNA from these things to call them human. So,
Well,
I don't know.
I am a firm believer in extraterrestrial life. It doesn't surprise me if they say there is extraterrestrial life. I've seen enough shit in the sky that I know it wasn't human and it wasn't from our shit.
You know, here's my theory, gang. We are the aliens. Humans. Some alien species came here. They raped a bunch of monkeys, and then here we are. Joking, by the way. That would explain why there's still monkeys around today.
Not all of them got fucked.
Anyway, I just wanted to pull this story up because I thought this was interesting. The researchers had set out to use teeth to pull DNA, the genetic material that tells us about a person's ancestry, since teeth are considered extremely hard and resistant to rotting over centuries, making them natural safes for DNA. The Liberty University team tested 2 different ways to get the DNA, a gentle method that only removed small bits of powder from inside the tooth root, and a stronger method that ground the entire tooth into fine powder using a coffee grinder. That's pretty crazy.
Good old coffee grinders, multi-use devices.
Imagine calling the coffee grinder company, right? Like, 'cause yours broke, and you're trying to get the warranty on it, and they're like, I don't know if that's covered by the warranty. Grinding ancient teeth down. I don't think that's covered. After they finished both the gentle and grinding methods, the researchers used a special measuring machine to check exactly how much DNA they had retrieved from each tooth. Although the grinding method recovered over 5 times more DNA, both amounts were still too low to get a clear picture of the conehead's genetic makeup. The gentle method produced 2.3 units of DNA, known as nanograms per microliter. Let's see. So it's just talking about the teeth. Here's an artist's depiction of what the head would look like. Oh no. I don't know. I think Joey's right. I think I've seen a few people like this.
I believe they're called dickheads.
They're called dickheads. Why does it censor the N-word? Oh, that's Rumble, I think. Or Rumble just does that. I don't know.
Well, Sick, after the show, I'll do some hell divers if you're free. That will help get you out of a shitty mood.
Will it? I'll rejoin Helldivers when they drop the Warhammer stuff. Until then, I'm out of commission. I'll be on a deep freeze. Is there an African tribe that
Scrapping
uses
your
rings or something to alter the shape of their head similar to this? No, it's their neck. They do it with their neck. They'll
There were ancient tribes, though, that would elongate their skulls by putting planks along the side of an infant's head as the cranial was developing and getting stronger.
I wouldn't doubt it, because there's tribes today that do the ring thing, and then there's the ones that do the big, huge like lip plate that they'll add too. So I don't know. I know there's a neck one. I'm pretty sure a head one too. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a tribe that does that with their head, the heads and stuff. But I know that there's one that they do for they add like a huge plate into the front of their lip. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's about it on the story. Basically, they don't have enough DNA that they've gathered from these things yet to rule out if they're not human. Let's see.
They might be your cousins, Joey.
Might be your cousins.
He ain't human.
Joey's not
You
human.
think I'm that great? You think I'm that great that I'm not human? It stinks, man.
You have suffered Kingdom Hearts on the DS emulator. You do not have human patience.
I played it on easy though.
That was on easy.
Yeah, I played that shit on easy. Could you imagine if I played it on fucking the hardest difficulty?
Oh,
Dude, I'd have no more money with the rumber rants I'd be sending if you did that.
you guys were asking me why my VDO was lagging. Joey, you'll love this. It could be because my bit rate was at 10,000.
Uh-huh.
Could have been that.
Oops.
Oops.
Why'd you do that?
I don't fucking know. It's been like that for a while though.
Were you streaming a kick, bro?
No, but that would explain like all of my lag issues I've had in the past like fucking 4 months. So
What a dumbass.
what a dumbass. Fucking idiot. You're a retard. Anyway, let's move on.
Why are you so dumb?
Are you so dumb? You run show and you're this dumb?
This would never happen on Yankee's show.
Look, at least I'm not this dumb, all right? Things could always be worse. You could be this dumb. We have this from the Daily Mail. Trump threatens to bomb U.S. ally, sparking confusion in wild cabinet meeting. We'll have to blow them up, quote. Politics
Talking about Israel, right?
No.
Oh.
Donald Trump threatened to bomb a key U.S. ally in the Middle East if they don't behave while responding to a question about who will control the Strait of Hormuz. A reporter asked Trump at a cabinet meeting on Tuesday whether he was comfortable with Oman, a longtime U.S. ally, helping broker an end to the Iran war, jointly controlling the oil passageway with Tehran. The strait will be open to everybody, Trump said before asking who would control it. Nobody is going to control it. We will watch over it. Trump then turned his attention back to Oman, threatening to attack the country. Oman will behave just like everybody else, or we'll have to blow them up. They understand that. They'll be fine. What the fuck? What the fuck?
He's just playing warmonger, thinking it's gonna like put fear into these countries.
Yeah, how does that?
And all it's going to do is piss them off.
Yeah, how's that supposed to strengthen ties with anybody? Like I have to bring this up every time. Like when you're looking at things on a global stage and you go to trade with these countries or ask for help or something. Not that we need trade or help from Oman, but like you're not setting yourself up for a good future relationship when you're making comments like this.
Actually, Tyler, Oman is the great Jamaican country, and they go Oman.
Turns out Oman is where I get all my weed from or something, right?
Look,
Right.
you're our friend, but if you don't play ball, we're gonna blow you fucking sky high. But
Thick as Shitty Gov said, blow up whoever, I don't care anymore. Just bring the price of gas and groceries down. Look, if we're at war with the entire world, but like we are deporting everybody and prices were going down, I'd be warmongering here on the show every day. But that's not what's happening. So If going to war made the country better, made prices go down, and we started deporting everybody that shouldn't be here, I'd be out here every day, bomb the fuck out of Cuba, bomb the fuck out of Iran, bomb Russia and China. Like, I would just be saying bomb everybody.
You know, that's the thing that the Republican politician doesn't understand, brother Malcolm, is they don't understand that people will basically accept anything as long as their quality of life increases. They will literally accept anything.
This is true. I will accept war if my quality of life increases. I'm 100% willing to admit that.
Like, if we were like just like letting Israel invade Gaza, but like the fucking gas prices are like astronomically
Well,
low,
now they're
people would
invading
be like-
Lebanon too, so.
Yeah, but if the gas prices were low, we'd be like, you know.
Right. This
Oh,
is true.
they're doing this in the Middle East. Oh, is it going to make my gas go up? Yeah. Oh, All of a sudden, I don't have a moral compass. Okay.
I don't know what the fuck that is in my chat, but get that out of here.
Working on it.
It's gone.
People will accept a lot of shit, man. They will accept a lot of shit. If their life quality is good, it's really that. It's actually that simple, really.
It really is. It really is that. Oman has a history of serving as a friendly mediator between the White House and the Iranian regime. The country helped broker the 2015 Iranian nuclear deal and has acted as a U.S. defense partner in the Middle East since 1980. So it's not out of line to ask the question if Oman is going to help broker the peace deal now. It's not out of the question. If they've helped broker peace in the past, why wouldn't they do it now? And if they're an ally, of course they're going to want to help us. So why would Trump threaten them?
I get it, because they said, you just said the nuclear deal in 2015, Donald Trump was not President Barack Hussein.
Yeah.
Obama was. So he probably doesn't like them for helping broker it was a horrible deal, Tyler. It was one of the worst deals you've ever seen. There's never been such a deal unless you're talking about Trump's day. There's never been such a deal so bad.
I'm just wondering if we'll bomb Oman before or after we go and invade Cuba. We have this from Politico. Pentagon puts building blocks in place for Cuba invasion. The Navy's presence in the Caribbean has not reduced despite the Iran war. The Pentagon has spent months positioning the troops and weapons needed for the U.S. to launch a military attack on Cuba. All it needs is a final go-ahead from Donald Trump. The war with Cuba is imminent, folks. And I've been telling people for months that this is going to happen. It's not a matter of if at this point, it's a matter of when. And why are we doing this? I don't fucking know, because we don't want a communist regime on our border, I guess.
No new wars, my goddamn ass.
No, seriously, this is ridiculous. What are we going to benefit from going to war with Cuba? We already have a
Nothing.
blockade on the country. That's good enough. It's just ridiculous. We're threatening to bomb Oman. We're having weapon shortages due to the Iran war. We have Ukraine begging us for more weapons as we're running out. Like, we're not positioning ourselves to be in a good place in the next 5 years. We don't have the manufacturing to replace all of this shit. And Donald Trump is still like, just keep bombing shit. Just keep bombing shit, guys. Why? We don't have the resources to replace all that shit you're using to bomb.
What if Donald Trump knows like what we know, and in order for things to get better, it just needs to bottom out?
Maybe. Look, I have a lot of theories about what's going on with Trump. My theory behind what's going on with him, Joey, is that he knows that he wasn't going to get all the corruption out in time, and now he's just capitulating in the hopes that they don't go after him when he gets out.
Uh-huh.
I think he looked at all the corruption, stared too deep into the abyss, and he's like, yeah, not going to be able to do it. Let's just capitulate.
Yeah, I think differently. I think he got his head nearly blown off, and he
well, that's part of it, of course.
him.
But that's a part of what I mean by going after him. I think he looked at the corruption, was like, I'm not going to be able to get all of them. I'm not going to be able to do it. They're going to get me as soon as I'm out. So now he's capitulated in the hopes they don't.
He's gonna be like, you couldn't imagine the corruption, folks. I'd be like, I can.
What we need is a president that is willing to say, you know what, fuck it. This is an insane monster. I know I ain't going to beat it, but I'm going to do what I can to hurt this damn thing and just throw every bit out there.
Yeah.
Declassify everything. Just go on a fucking live press tour, or not a press tour, but do a thing from the White House. Tell them it's going to be a State of the Union. Submit this one speech, and then just go off script and just start unloading on every fucking thing.
That's what
That's
Thomas
what we
Mackey
need.
should do. He should just fucking name. He said he was going to name all the. He shouldn't say that in the media. He might end up with his car in a ditch. But
Thomas Massey.
Well, if he ends up dead after even saying this shit, then we know it's true.
Thomas Massey still
Right
has 7 months left in Congress or the House or whatever. So he
And I
he
hope
said
he
he-
fucks them up on his way out.
he's already said that he knows the names of the Epstein clients and that he will read them on the House floor. And he
Yeah.
said that in the way that he says that he plans on doing it, it will be 100% legal, and they won't be able to go after him after.
oh, they might be.
I
going after him
hope
before.
everything-
They'll
Things in
they'll
his
certainly
favor,
try. They'll certainly try.
Oops! Looks like Thomas Massey got into a car accident. He was. Now that he's dead, we'll say he was a great senator.
I don't know. He ordered a
Or he
Waymo,
wasn't
and
a
the
senator.
Waymo suddenly went 300 miles an hour into a tree. I don't understand.
It went way more faster than it should have.
Way more faster than the shit.
Oh no.
You've never seen it go a Waymo quite as much as this Waymo did. It mowed Thomas down. It was sad, very sad. And then they'll pretend to honor his memory. We just had differences, and then they'll use his name as propaganda, so that
Like they do with
you know,
Kirk.
Yeah, like they do with Kirk. Charlie Kirk. Oh, those cocksuckers. Oh, it's not right. Look, I know people don't like Candace, and this is not like a defense of her, but it's like people are like, oh, she's invoking his name. It's not right for her to do this. Meanwhile, these guys go on the Charlie Kirk show, which is still airing, and they fucking. This is what Charlie would want. This is
This is
what
what he
Charlie
would have
would
wanted.
want.
Yeah, I
This is what
absolutely
Charlie
hate
would
those
want.
comments.
This is what Charlie would agree with Trump and try to primary Massey, even though as recently as 2025 he said Thomas Massey was his favorite.
We honestly wouldn't know what Charlie would say at this point because
But I would.
we don't know because we don't know what information would have swayed him which way or other at certain points. You know, the opinions that I had a year ago are different than the opinions I had now because I have different information. So to say that this is what Charlie Kirk would believe, we don't know that, and we will never know that because he's dead. He was murdered.
You know what Charlie would probably do in the Thomas Massey situation? He would probably try to stay as fucking neutral as possible.
He would either try to stay neutral as possible, or he would make a very very just milquetoast comment, something like, "All foreign governments should be out of our politics." He'll make a comment like that
Yeah.
because that's 100% true.
I do believe he was starting to kind of not be in support of blindly supporting Israel the way we do.
There
He
is a
was
lot of
starting
evidence to support
not
that.
be on that train, and it's like, well, he's one of our biggest voices. If he's not on board,
I don't know if I'd go that far with the theory, but I definitely have seen a lot of evidence to show that he was trying to move away from like Israeli funding and stuff like that.
How dare him?
How dare he? But I just want to bring up these stories real quickly. We have this from The Independent. U.S. military weapons shortage from Iran war leaves America vulnerable to China conflict. We don't really need to read the article. It's more just to be brought up as a talking point. Of course it is. Of course it is. China has been building up their military purposefully to go against us to take back Taiwan and expand their military ambitions. They've been purposefully doing this for the last decade or two. So this is another aspect of why this is not a good fucking idea for us to be doing what we're doing right now. We're going through our stockpiles with no means to replenish it, while our enemies are actively building up not just the means to attack us, but the means to replenish their stockpiles. Like Russia, for example,
China.
the war with Ukraine, the only thing Russia's done now is become a war economy where they just have the manufacturing built for their war.
And, you know, that's probably done by design, too, because war economies create wealth for everyone except the people.
But point
Which
being
is
is that
what's
the
important.
United States is not in the same position. So if we're going through our equipment, our weapons, our munitions, our missiles, everything, right? We're just burning through it with no means to replenish it. How the fuck are we going to use all our nice fancy special weapons and shit when someone like Russia comes and attacks us and they have a bunch of mass-produced whatever? That's how World War II was lost with the Germans. The Germans had better technology, but the Russians and the Allied forces had more. They had more of their technology. They won by numbers. Germany and Hitler, the armies they had much better weaponry. If I'm not mistaken, Germany was one of the first militaries to use actual machine guns. Imagine that on the battlefield for the first time. So
One of the
but just to finish here, Russia won against Germany through sheer numbers and mass production, not because of technological might like the United States has. We have technological might, but we could be overrun.
one of the issues with Germany too is they had a lot of they had better weaponry, like you said. They had unique weaponry, but what made it difficult with the unique weaponry is it was hard to find parts to repair the weaponry with, because they had like 6 variations of their Tiger tanks, whereas
Or
the
ammunition
Allied
too.
forces, yeah, the Allied forces had like one sort of, so like parts could be used interspersely, but with the different sorts of tanks, like some parts wouldn't work, so it was very hard to fix on and you need haste is important, fixing and getting all that shit ready, especially when you're on a war with people on your borders, and they'll be like, oh well, we don't have this part for the Tiger tank. It's like, well, looks like it's useless now, so it doesn't matter how strong your shit is if it's useless. One of the sayings they say in sports, and it makes sense for this too: the best ability is availability. You could be as good as you want, but if you don't get on the fucking field, it don't really matter.
Yeah, we could have the shiniest, brightest, fanciest technology on the planet, but if we don't have the ammunition to use it, fucking useless.
Yep.
We have all these fancy blueprints for all these massive bombs, but if we go and throw all of our bombs out and then we don't have the means to replenish it, well, what the fuck? Oh, you got some big booms off in the beginning of the war. Well, now you're getting overwhelmed because they spent time making a bunch of equipment instead of one fancy equipment. And I just bring it up. I bring this up because everyone needs to be aware of this. These wars, whether you're for or against it, we don't have the means to replenish what we're using. We just don't. It's a simple fact.
That's one of the reasons why Germany lost World War II. Their tanks were more sophisticated, needed higher sophisticated shit to maintain it. They couldn't maintain all that sophistication. We could shell out 3 or 4 Shermans in the time they had half of one of their fucking tanks done. So they blowing up 5 of our tanks. We still have 3 more rolling off the line when they couldn't even get one.
Well,
Assembly line tanks.
And I think one of the scariest things, right, is one of the things the United States has always bragged about is that our military and the American soldiers are so strong and so capable that no one would ever want to fuck with us, right? Well, all these other countries, they've been building up. They've been building up for years. They're building up their military. They've been stealing our technologies. They've been building up their own technologies. Stories like this make us look vulnerable. Whether or not we actually are, we don't need to give our adversaries a reason to think they can come and hit us. It's not a good look.
There's a reason why the United States Marine are one of the most feared fighting forces on the planet. They get given the shittiest of the shit equipment that every other branch is, okay, this is outdated, we got new stuff, give it to the Marines, they like it. They kick ass with outdated equipment. The only new thing they got was the fucking Osprey.
But point being is, if we look vulnerable on a world stage, adversaries like China may seek to test that, and I don't think that's going to bode well for us. We can't be at war with
China.
We can't be at war with Cuba, Iran, Russia, and China all at the same time. That's not going to be good. Put it lightly. Let's see. So we're getting some conflicting stories today. By the way, I have this story. Let's see. When was this posted? Is there a date?
Conflicting stories?
Getting conflicting stories. Yeah, I believe the story's from today. Yeah, Thursday the 28th. So we have this story. U.S. and Iran exchange strikes as Israel intensifies attacks on southern Lebanon. So we have this, while I also have another story. I don't think I have it pulled up right now. We have another story talking about how the... oh, yeah, here it is. Donald Trump shares draft of Iran peace agreement. So this is the same story today. There's multiple stories today about how we're intensifying attacks, but actually there's a 60-day ceasefire about to be put in place. Or 30-day, whatever. So just, I don't know, misdirection? What's
Probably.
real? No one knows what's real anymore.
Whatever Israel wants.
Whatever Israel wants, yes. And then, again, attacks on southern Lebanon. So Israel has declared that southern Lebanon is infested with Hezbollah terrorists and has ordered all of the people of southern Lebanon to leave. Leave your homes, leave everything behind, and they're going to come and take it. So, yeah, yay Israel. Greater Israel, right, guys? Hell yeah, that's what Republicans are about now. I got to shill for that, right? Where's my money? Hello? Where do I sign? No? Okay.
No money for you.
No money for me. Damn. Could really use that right now, but okay. Anyway.
Me too.
Me too. I'm not working a lot right now. Some bullshit happened. I still haven't shared, but it's fine. I'm still working. It's just not as much for the next few weeks. Anyway, so yeah, we're carrying out new strikes inside of Iran. We're targeting military facilities and downing Iranian attack drones, which I thought we destroyed all of those already. But apparently we keep finding more. We destroyed all of them and then we find more. Are they making more? I don't know. Why aren't we destroying the places where they're making them? I don't know. I don't fucking know. Who knows what's going on with this anymore? Guys, I haven't been reporting on this stuff because I do read this just about every day. And it's basically this same shit every day. It's this and this. The same shit every day. There's war escalation. Oh, but there's also peace. It's the same shit every day. So it's like... I don't fucking know. I don't know what to tell you people. I don't know what's real.
Same shit, different day.
Same shit, different day. And then while all this is going on, we have Zelensky, of course, is pleading with Donald Trump, Congress to supply Patriot missile interceptors, which, no, fuck you. We've already used a ton from the Iran war. Yeah, it says it right here. It says the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the CSIS, found that at least 1,060 Patriot missile interceptors were used by the U.S. in the Iran war. The Trump administration has requested 3,200 more interceptors for the fiscal year of 2027 after receiving only 172 for 2026. We just used 1,000, and we were only able to supply not even 200 back. That's not good, guys. That's really not good. If we go into full-out conflict, we're going to run out before we could resupply.
Mortal conflict.
It's just pure numbers. It's just math.
The math ain't mathin'.
The math ain't mathin',
Nope.
folks. Zelensky says the Patriot missile interceptor will be crucial as Russia plans to up its attacks on Kiev after encouraging foreign nationals to leave Ukraine's capital. Let's see. Who commands Ukraine's 3rd Army Corps told Reuters that the next 6 months could be a turning point in the war after offering a chance for Ukraine to strengthen its stance on the battlefield, which in turn could lead to more diplomatic discussions with Moscow. Blah blah blah. So yeah, the Ukraine-Russia war is still going on. Joey, I don't think I talked about it with you, but I covered a story recently, and there's been more stories just like it. But Ukraine, for the first time in history, retook land from Russia and had over 100 Russian soldiers surrender to nothing but an army of autonomous robots.
That's fucking terrifying.
And I was looking at some of the robots that they used. They used like I'm not going to do the joke. 6 to 8 different models. Dude, they ranged from humanoid to like RC cars to like full-on massive remote controlled tanks, and this shit looks scary, dude. It looked fucking scary.
Well,
And
they got no more people to fight, so
well, yeah, I know, right? We were talking about this a year ago now, that the average age for a Ukrainian soldier was like 38 or like mid 40s, it's something insane like that. So they are out of fighters.
Well,
So
now there is no average age.
there's none now. Yeah, I'm scared to look it up now, honestly. Or if you could even
I've
get
seen a
numbers on
lot of
that.
footage of. I've seen a lot of footage of those little aerial drones, or like Xbox size, just sitting there darting around some Russian soldier, and you can see him throw his weapon down, just curl up in a ball, and then, boom,
No, dude, that shit's
it's just a
terrifying.
cloud of dust.
Yeah, no, that stuff is absolutely terrifying. The the video, to watch someone, it's like you're just like watching a video of someone you're killing. It's crazy. You're just like, I'm gonna fly this drone, I'm gonna hit this button, it's gonna drop an explosive on this guy. It's crazy.
Oh, it doesn't even drop. No, they just kamikaze the whole drone into him.
Some
Like
of them
they get
do,
the
yeah.
camera right up to the guy's face.
Crazy. No, I've seen those ones too. They have multiple different ways that they're doing it. It's no, the
Terrifying.
that the Ukraine-Russia war is my #1 example for why I don't want any modern war where I get drafted. That shit is terrifying. Like, it's scary enough to have to like hide from someone, like, you know, with a sniper rifle or something, right, far away in the distance. But to hear a drone flying at you and knowing you're not gonna outrun it, fuck, dude. Scary, very
All you
scary.
hear is
Yeah, and
I can get her out. Take me to your leader.
all right, we'll move on. I have another story with I have a lot of stories today, guys. Sorry, Joey. If I don't know when Joey's got to go. Joey's been hanging out a while. Appreciate you hanging out, Joey. Joey, when do you have to go? Hello.
30
other
minutes.
hand, Joey.
Shut up.
All right.
30
Anyway,
minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. I just want to
I'll
make
be
sure.
right back.
You're gonna be right back. We're jumping to another story. Oh my goodness.
Go ahead. I gotta put a pizza in. I'm hungry.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
You just call him fat for getting a pizza?
I didn't say nothing. I'm eating the sausage, so I got no room to speak.
Well,
Ready.
let's see.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Why uh-oh?
I don't know. Why is it?
Oh.
Why is your camera turned off?
My camera.
Yeah. It has the OBS thing.
Oh, I
with
hit the wrong thing.
What a dumbass!
Look, I'm trying to get rid of his little square. That's why. But I don't have
Hey,
things
and then-
labeled correctly because people don't normally step away. There we go. Okay. I wanted to bring this story up though, because this was interesting and it has a video to accompany it. From Fox News, chaotic border chase ends with illegal immigrants found crammed into a semi-truck sleeping area. The chaotic chase unfolded not far from where more than 50 dead illegal immigrants were abandoned in the sweltering heat. That's also crazy. I wonder if that, because there's been a few. That's what's crazy about that is I'm trying to think which story that is because that's happened multiple times. I'm wondering if there's one more recent than the one I'm thinking of. A traffic stop and chaotic chase involving Texas state troopers and suspected human smugglers led to the discovery of nearly 24 illegal immigrants, including several minors, in the back of a semi-truck near the U.S. southern border. In a video posted by Texas Department of Public Safety, spokesman Lieutenant Chris Olivares, a suspected human smuggler is seen jumping out of a Volvo semi-truck and running as troopers chase him down. The incident occurred after a state trooper conducted a traffic stop Monday evening in Webb County, South Texas. Oliveira said that the driver attempted to flee on foot, but was immediately arrested by Texas officials. A search of the semi-truck revealed 20 illegal immigrants concealed in the truck's sleeping area. So it's got like a little video here. Them all crammed in there. Not suspicious at all.
Nope.
The video shows troopers pulling back the truck's cabin's curtains to find the illegal immigrants hiding crammed inside. The immigrants remained silent, only nodding as troopers questioned them. 4 minors from Mexico and Guatemala were among the group, according to DPS. What are you guys saying in the chat? I keep seeing the chat move. Hello, everybody. Hello.
Nobody crams like the Hispanics, folks.
According to Oliveira, the driver was Miguel Angel Velasquez Chavez. Okay.
Angel.
A 25-year-old Mexican national. He was charged with evading arrest and smuggling persons and booked into the Webb County Jail. Meanwhile, the 20 illegal immigrants, including the 4 minors, were referred to U.S. Border Patrol. Let's see. The Criminal Investigations Division is continuing to investigate the case. This comes as Texas officials have continued to respond to human smuggling incidents despite dramatically reduced attempted border crossing numbers under President Donald Trump. In nearby Maverick County, Texas, troopers arrested Cuban national. I'm not even gonna try to say his name. No, I'm not gonna try. Nunez Acosta. After a high-speed chase that ended with law enforcement performing a pit maneuver, Acosta fled into a nearby brush, but was quickly apprehended. Another suspect, American national Rodriguez Acosta, was also arrested in connection with the smuggling operation. Both men were charged with 6 counts of smuggling persons, while 6 illegal immigrants from Mexico and Vietnam were referred to U.S. Border Patrol. See, I keep trying to tell people that it's not just Mexico. They come from all sorts of places, Vietnam. And if it were up to me, personally, I'd get rid of all the Canadians first, okay? All the illegal Canadians over here, because they like to hide. They like to hide amongst the rest of us, and it's really racist, right? They think they can just hide amongst us Americans. It's crazy. Get rid of them first. Can we agree on that? Can we all agree before we get rid of the Vietnamese, the Chinese, the Mexicans, anybody, right? We need to get rid of the Canadians.
Right. Yep.
I want the spammers out.
The what?
I don't want to hear about Medicare Part A and B no more, please.
I see what you're saying. Let's see. Both attempts occurred a well-known human smuggling route at the southern border in 2022. Under the Biden administration, law enforcement discovered 53 dead immigrants abandoned inside a sweltering truck in nearby San Antonio. Authorities said the migrants suffered extreme heat exposure after being transported without adequate ventilation or water. The incident is considered one of the deadliest human smuggling incidents in history. Okay, yeah, that's the story that I was thinking about. That was under the Biden administration. Time flies, man. 4 years ago. I do have a video for this incident before we move on.
They call him Sleepy Joe.
They call him Sleepy Joe. Wait, I need to share this with you guys because you can't hear it.
Oh shit. Oh, okay.
No, he was
I thought
pulling
he went
off and then he
off-road.
tried to run. They always try to run. Damn, that guy's got like a waddle. Hang on, I gotta make fun of that cop. Look at the way he's running. He's got like a waddle run.
Yeah. What was that like? Is that the cop's heart monitor?
I don't know. I think it's the truck beeping. Here they are looking inside the truck. Oh yeah, no, it's like the lights or something are on in the truck. It's the truck beeping.
Honey, I'm dead.
So this is like body cam footage or something of one of the officers first discovering all the immigrants hiding in the back.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more.
There's a lot more.
Acting there like sausages in a can. Jesus Christ.
They're just sitting there frozen like,
Menores.
That's a bright light, man.
What do we do, man?
The guy in the red shirt's like, shit.
No. ¿De qué país?
Did they get them all out? Yeah, damn! Wait, right at the end, you can see them all lined up. Damn, they're all crammed back in there. Let's see if I can pause it. There you go. Look at that. There's a lot of people. Holy
Jesus, that's just in the cab?
that was just in the back of the cab.
Holy fuck!
God damn, dude. I don't even think we're seeing all of them there because they said that there were 4 children inside as well. Crazy. Crazy. Anywho, so there was that story. Anywhomst. Oh, Joey, you'll love this one. Both you guys will love this one. So today we got this story from Not the Bee. Let's pull this up here. I keep hitting the wrong one. Got this from Not the Bee. Whoops! Liberal protesters cheer as 2 Hispanics walk out of ICE facility. The guys actually worked there, so they were they were cheering like they got let out of the ICE facility. And then someone was like, "They work here," and then they stopped. And then, here,
Hey,
it's on video. Were you saying something, Joey?
Hey, we work here, man.
We work here.
Oh my god. Are you a race trader?
Clapping.
They work here. That's racist. They just assume. Damn, they just assume that they got racist.
They just assumed they got released.
Bitch, you just assume, and when you assume, bitch, you make an ass of you and me.
I don't think you just get let out of an ICE facility. I think there's different places you go to before. But I'm not exactly sure how all that works.
I loved how that cheering and everything died down once they actually heard they work here. What?
Like, yeah. Yeah, I mean that kind of just speaks for itself. We all know that a lot of these protesters are actually the racist ones themselves, and stuff like this kind of proves it because they just make assumptions based on people's skin. So.
Yep.
That's a stereotype. Hispanics came out of a caged area? Oh my god, they're being released!
Yeah, you see two Hispanics leaving an ICE facility, and you're like, oh, they're clearly illegal immigrants. That's fucking racist, dude.
We love the Hispanics. Yes, we do. We love them. We love the Hispanics.
Look, I don't see a Hispanic person and instantly go, that's an illegal immigrant. But Democrats do, apparently. Yeah, I don't even know what to say to that anymore. Well, let's do another. I guess it's political, not political.
Before you get to the next story, I
What?
gotta read Wiggum's comment.
What did Wiggum say?
Racism is strong with this one.
Yes. No, seriously. Why is someone hanging there? What? What are you talking about? Please calm yourself down. What are you guys talking about in the chat? I don't even know what's happening in the chat.
Yeah, what the fuck, music?
I haven't been reading the chat most of the show. Sorry, I apologize.
Well, what a bad host.
What a bad host. What a bad host. You know, you
You've
stopped
never
streaming
seen a
consistently for months, and then all of a sudden you forgot how to do it.
You've never seen a host so bad, folks.
So bad, so terrible. I'm not a host. Not like Mr. Cannoli here.
I was thinking Fishie.
Whole
but
different
sure.
beast.
Oh no. I'm a co-host. I want to be like Nora. I want to be behind the scenes and not technically the main one.
Yeah,
Cowards.
I will
Bunch of
claim
cowards.
I will claim Fishie as my co-hostess with the mostest.
I like you, Tyler, but you're an ass.
I try to be. Thank you.
Face the wall.
Whoa. I mean, I can, but actually, I already am.
You've been retired too long, bitch.
I am facing the wall. Joey walked away, and we were going to talk about UFO stuff.
Oh,
Joey,
I
to
want to reopen that one. I want to reopen that one because, yeah, that one.
the Fox News UFO one, yeah. All right, we got this from Fox News. NASA chief pulls back curtain on Trump UFO files after bizarre finds surface in buried Fed records. Released files include infrared footage, Apollo-era astronaut accounts, and military pilot testimony from combat zones. NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman said the Trump administration's newly declassified UAP files are exposing years of strange aerial sightings that government agencies failed to seriously dig into, even if the records do not point to recovered alien remains or ships. What's being surfaced isn't crashed ships or alien bodies, but real unexplained phenomena. Isaacman, okay, that's an interesting name, told Fox News Digital in an interview Friday. The disclosure comes after the Trump administration released 2 waves of declassified UAP files as part of a broader transparency effort, directing agencies to search internal databases for decades-old reports involving unexplained aerial activity after years of public skepticism surrounding government secrecy and UFO investigations. Officials said additional file releases from agencies, including the CIA, could soon follow. So more alien stuff that they keep releasing. My theory behind this still hasn't changed. I think our government is the aliens, and they just want us to think that it's actual alien technology. But I think it's just advanced technology that they don't want us to know fully about.
Can you please get down? I'm begging you.
Now the not the image in black and white with the red circle, but the one below it. That is from an old video game on the old type of computers that would take floppy disks, like 98 and 2000. That's from a video game.
Which image?
Not the black and white one.
The one I'm looking
from
at?
A JIT. The hold on. Yeah, that one.
From a video game?
That one's from a video game.
Okay.
Some of the images are flat out just trolling. And some of the shit, like the image above it, yeah, that one's kind of more legit.
I'm wondering why this image would be here then if it's just...
Because they're baffling you with some bullshit. They're throwing in a lot of truth, but enough bullshit too that you sit there and think, well, if that one's fake, what about the other one? That one's probably fake too.
Like that's why I keep saying that, like, I believe in the weird phenomena that people are seeing. I think that's real, but I think what it is just like government technology and vehicles that they just haven't declassified. They're trying to gauge the reaction from our soldiers and the public by introducing it without publicly introducing it.
I mean, I have personally seen a couple objects in the sky that did not behave like human craft. They took off way too fast for a human to survive those G's. Oh. And I've only seen 3 of them.
I mean, I've had similar situations that are unexplainable. I've been in cars with my friends, and this was prior to when I like started smoking weed, and I was driving everybody home. I was the only one with a car. I was driving everybody home, and we were all talking, and there was a light. It looked like a star in the sky, and we were all talking. We were all facing the front of the car. All of a sudden, it goes down, like quite a distance, and then to the right, like a 90. It makes like a 90-degree angle. Like it goes down and then to the right, and then just disappears. And then everyone in the car just fell silent. And I was like, I wasn't the only one, right? And they're like, no, we all just saw that. And I was like, okay, not just me. Cool.
Hey, man, did you see that, man?
The one that really made me sit there and think for a couple hours was I was sitting in my living room, and the way I had the couch set up, the smoke detector would reflect in the mirror. Not the mirror, but the window. So I saw a red light over the tree line. Okay, that's a smoke detector. I got up, started walking around. Then I noticed the reflection of the smoke detector from a different perspective. That's not the smoke detector. So I went outside the front door. That light's still above the tree line. I sat there, watched it for a couple minutes, and it was just like a little red light. And then all of a sudden, it just gone. Literally, I saw it streak across, just gone. It hovered there for about 2 minutes, and then...
Yeah, I believe in all this, like, you know, weird phenomena. Like, I have friends that go out in the middle of the desert, and they tell me all the weird shit they see in the sky. And like, I believe it, but at the same time, I believe that it's our government doing some weird testing with technology. Tyler, you smoked weed? No, never. I don't ever do that. Ever. Not ever. Anyway.
He does it like you wouldn't believe.
Look, my back is fucking killing me. I'm gonna smoke some weed, okay? I have chronic back pain, so I smoke often.
I smokes because it gives me knowledge.
Smokes because it gives me knowledge. Unless I go to work, obviously, because I can't do that at work. Then I just take aspirin. That sometimes helps. Anyway,
ibuprofen don't work on me. I gotta take other shit.
Ibuprofen doesn't work on me either. Ibuprofen works if I have like muscle aches, but not for my. Anyway, Joey, do you want to stick around for? I have 3 more stories. It's
Go for it. I'll stick around till I can stick around.
Okay. Well, let's see. I have a non-political one. This is also not political. I'll save that for last. Let's talk about Mike Lindell because I want to get Joey's thoughts on this.
You're gonna love my pillows.
I love my pillow. I actually have a my pillow. It's on my bed.
I have these new
got a couple of them.
I have these new Mind condoms that feel great. You wouldn't even know that they're on.
And the machine washable.
Machine washable.
No, not the reusable
renewable,
condoms, please, no.
environmentally friendly.
Please stop.
Joey, I have a new ad.
Oh no.
Machine washable condom.
New nightcap ad.
Get all that cum out of there in 3 easy steps. You gotta pre-wash it.
Oh, I'll have it done by next week, guaranteed.
So we have this from Straight Arrow News. Mike Lindell
What you wanna
says
believe.
alleged cyber attack on MyPillow is actually a political attack on him. So for those of you that don't know, Mike Lindell has actually been running for governor, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, governor. Fuck, what state is it?
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Governor of Minnesota. Which I like Mike Lindell. If I lived in Minnesota, he'd probably have my vote. MyPillow chief executive Mike Lindell has denied that a ransomware group hacked his company, but he said the claims about the attack are politically motivated. Nobody's asked us for any ransom. Lindell told Straight Arrow News during a telephone interview on Wednesday. Let's see, ransomware attack claims. Straight Arrow reported Tuesday that the ransomware group known as Play said on its dark web blog that it had stolen private information from the company. The hackers, who threatened to publish the data on Friday unless their ransom demand is met, said they obtained documents related to MyPillow's clients, budget, payroll, finances, taxes, and among other things. The group has not responded to multiple requests for comment from Straight Arrow. Lindell said he wasn't aware of the alleged hack before Straight Arrow's initial reporting on Tuesday. Regardless, he said he's being targeted because of his politics, which wouldn't be surprising. He has been attacked for his politics multiple times.
I'm being targeted because I'm black.
Lindell is best known as a strong supporter of President Donald Trump and for spreading false claims that the 2020 presidential election was stolen. Oh, God. He is currently seeking the Republican nomination for governor of his home state, Minnesota. In the interview, Lindell suggested the hackers' claims could be part of a broader effort to derail his campaign. This is another hit job by outside sources because I'm running for governor. I guarantee it. We do not have any breaches in our data at all. Lindell is one of 8 candidates in the August primary. A poll commissioned by his campaign earlier this month shows him leading the field with 21%, 2 percentage points ahead of his nearest competitor. Excuse me. According to the New York Times, no independent polls have been conducted since early this year. Sorry, I keep burping. Other political attacks have cost MyPillow $400 million over the past few years, Lindell said during a recent interview. On his website, Lindell TV, he said he will apply for compensation from the Trump administration's $1.8 billion anti-weaponization fund. Well, he can get the money from that maybe if Minnesota decides to not tax it at 100% like Connecticut, New York, and California.
Connecticut.
And a cunt. Several major retailers, including Walmart, Kohl's, JCPenney, Wayfair, and Bed Bath & Beyond, pulled Lindell's products from their shelves after the January 6, 2021 incident assault on the U.S. Capitol by Trump supporters who claimed the election was stolen. Lindell told Straight Arrow his company does not store sensitive data internally and instead relies on third parties. Straight Arrow was unable to verify his claims. We are the most secure company in this country. I've built a fortress because I was attacked, as you know, for the past 5 years. MyPillow has been the most attacked company in history. I don't know if that's true, but I do love Mike Lindell. I love MyPillow, and I plan on buying more MyPillows. You should buy a MyPillow. If I'm not sponsored or anything, but I would be. I'd definitely be down to get a sponsorship for MyPillow. It'd be sick as hell.
Promo code Tyler today.
Promo code Tyler Today News, and you can get yourself a MyPillow today. Anyway,
listen, I sleep with it. It's right here next to me. I love it.
It's my
great.
favorite
I
pillow.
embrace
It's
it.
literally right behind me. You can't see it. It's just out of frame, but it's right there. So I love my MyPillow. In fact, it's so great, it's so fantastic that my girlfriend wanted one, so I had to buy her one for Christmas.
My dad bought a couple 2-packs of them, so anytime he bought a new one, I got a new one too.
Nice. Yes, the MyPillows are very nice. Highly recommended. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this was
a pillow, folks.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was bullshit though. But hey, if it turns out that their company did have a data leak and they are getting asked for ransom, if they don't pay the ransom, I'm sure we'll hear about it. So if there's an update to the story, I'll be sure to update it. But that seems to be about it for that. I don't know. I thought there might have been a little bit more to that. I don't. Straight Arrow claims to be like non-biased news, but they keep bringing up fucking January 6th and Trump support in this shit. Like that's not. You're not being straight with the news. I just want to know what the news is. Why are you bringing up J6 and shit? 5 years ago, dude. Anyway,
Because it was an attack on our democracy.
on our democracy.
It was the worst thing since the revolution.
Absolutely. Absolutely the worst thing since the revolution. All right. Well, the last two stories I have are kind of whatever stories. This will probably be a good time for you to dip out, Joey, if you want to.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check my pizza real quick. I shall be right back in a moment.
Okie dokie.
I'm not turning the camera off this time.
The last two stories are one we covered last night on your show, the Harambe stuff with the White House.
Oh.
And then the other one is just about wolves returning to the national park.
Okay. Harambe.
Yes, we're gonna be talking about Harambe in just a moment. But Joey, where can people find you? Oh, did he leave? Is he gone? He's gone. He just left. Oh my god. Well, while we're waiting for the fish to come back, I'll pull up Joey's channel and stuff. Joey, if you're still here, drop your links in the chat. If not, I'll do it. But Joey didn't do any of his normal sign off stuff. Joey Salads.
I heard.
I know he's just like goodbye.
He just slid out like a slider.
Looks like well he's about to start his gaming. So guys, go check out Joey Cannoli. He's about to go do some gaming with another friend of the show, Sean's Eye View. So go check him out. Here's his channel, Joey Cannoli on Rumble. If you're watching on YouTube, he does have a YouTube Clips channel. Should be in his links and descriptions and stuff. So go follow him on his Rumble, and then if you still want to follow him on YouTube, you'll be able to find it there on his stuff. But go check him out. I'll link him in the chat. But anyway, Fishy, we got a couple of stories left over. One of the stories we covered last night.
I don't know if you guys heard me as I walked away.
No.
I heard you guys say it's one of the stories we talked about on the show last night, Harambe, and I just turned around and screamed, "Stupid monkey!"
Oh shit. All right, let's cover. I want to cover the other story first, just because we'll go through this one quickly. We have this from the California Post. Dangerous beast spotted for the first time in 100 years in Sequoia National Park after being wiped out. A history-making gray wolf that stunned biologists when she wandered into Los Angeles County earlier this year has now reached Sequoia National Park, marking the first known return of the species to the area. I think they meant area. We found a typo, folks. The first known return of the species to the area is what they meant to say in more than a century. Trip me up. The female wolf, known as Beof, whatever, was first caught on trail camera near Lancaster in February. Near where? Wait, hang on. Santa Clarita, mountains north of Santa Clarita. Dude, what? Dude, this is near
a hell of a range.
No, this is near where I live.
Oh fuck!
That's why I'm tripping. I was like, wait, Lancaster.
You got wolves.
It's a very big area. I don't live in Lancaster. I live in it's a very big area around there. That's why I was like, wait, Lancaster. Hold up. Interesting. So yeah, gray wolves. She was found near here, and she's now made her way back to the Sequoia National Park. That's really cool. So this is the first time that a gray wolf has been documented in Southern California in 100 years. She's the first gray wolf in 100 years in California.
That's actually pretty fucking badass.
So she's a roughly 3-year-old. She has pushed even deeper into California's backcountry. The California Wolf Foundation called the journey a sign of resilience, connectivity, and the future of wolves in our state. She was born to the Northern California's Bayam Sayo Pack in Plumas County and has traveled hundreds of miles since leaving home. Her path has taken her through deserts, mountains, and dangerous highway crossings. She's crossed highways. That's crazy. Hopefully it was at nighttime. The last known wild wolf in California was shot in Lassen County in 1924. Damn. Gray wolves once roamed across California before eradication campaigns tied to livestock production wiped them out by the early 1900s. Wolves first crossed back
102
into
years.
California from Oregon in 2011, and wildlife officials now estimate roughly 60 live in the state, mostly in the remote north. There are no known wolf packs in Southern California, but Beowulf's journey has raised hopes that the apex predators could one day reclaim part of the historic range. So they're no longer targeted by people. They haven't been here in over 100 years, and she's the first wolf in 100 years in the Sequoias. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. And for the
That is pretty cool.
for those of you that have never been to the Sequoias, I highly recommend like putting that on your bucket list or something. The Sequoia National Park is a fucking beautiful place. Pictures will never do it justice. It's one of those places you have to go visit personally. But anyway, really cool story. I just wanted to bring that up. I don't always want to bring up politics. I want to bring up other stories every now and again. I thought this was a really cool and a white pill sort of story. Storty. Where'd my accent come from? Hello. Let's jump to this other story.
You're starting to speak like the fish.
Starting to speak like the fish. We have this other story from the California Post. White House commemorates true patriot Harambe on what would have been Gorilla's 27th birthday in bizarre post. Rest easy. So Harambe, the gorilla that turned into an online martyr after it was killed while dragging a child who fell into its zoo enclosure, would have turned 27 on Thursday. And the White House acknowledged the occasion with a lengthy tribute to the legend. The bizarre remembrance was posted on X. Let's pull it up. So this is what they posted. This was posted by the official White House account. This is at White House. This says here, today we remember a legend. On this day in history, Harambe would have celebrated another birthday, an icon that became part of internet history, American culture, and an entire generation's timeline. Tomorrow marks 10 years since we lost him. 10 years since the moment the world stopped scrolling and collectively mourned something bigger than a meme. He became a symbol of loyalty, strength, chaos, unity, and the strange beauty of the internet, bringing millions of people together for one cause, never forgetting Harambe. Everyone remembers where they were when they heard the news, and somehow, a decade later, his legacy still lives on. Gone but never forgotten. Rest easy to a true patriot. And then it gives the days that he was alive. May 27th, 1999 to May 28th, 2016. He was killed the day after his birthday, 10 years ago. Forever in our hearts. I was trying very hard not to laugh while reading that because it's fucking hilarious that this comes from our official government. like the seriousness that went into this post is the type of seriousness that I'd be reading for a 9/11 memorial. Like, it's just fucking funny. I'm sorry, but yeah, another person's birthday. Shout out to Nora, co-host of Joey Cannoli's show. She had her birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday to friend of the show, Nora. She apparently shares a birthday with Harambe. We found that quite funny last night. Go check out Joey's show from last night. You got something, Fish?
And Vincent Price and oh shit, who was the other actor? Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee and Vincent Price both share the same birthday as Nora and the damn monkey.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's read on here. Today we remember a legend. So it just quotes that Harambe was fatally shot at the Cincinnati Zoo on May 28th during a desperate attempt to save a 4-year-old boy who fell into the gorilla habitat. Witnesses captured the moment Harambe dragged the boy's prone body through a stream inside the exhibit. Zoo staff tried to order Harambe to back away and opened fire when it refused. Everyone remembers where they were when they heard the news. A cult-like following quickly latched onto the Justice for Harambe movement, whose memes transcended more modern fads like 6'7". Yeah, there were all kinds of things. Like, one of the things I remember was a lot of people saying, dicks out for Harambe. That was one of the memes that was going around. I never understood it, but hey, it was funny when I was younger. It's still funny now. So a candlelight vigil held in London 5 months after the ape's death attracted hundreds of fans. The insanity even crossed over into America's professional sports, with online retailer Fanatics approving the sale of Harambe jerseys for the 2016 Major League Baseball and NFL seasons. The rise of Harambe coincided with the tail end of President Trump's first presidential campaign. Just days after the gorilla was gunned down, Trump weighed in on the shooting. I thought it was so beautiful to watch that, powerful, almost 500-pound gorilla, the way he dealt with that little boy. What? What? But it just takes 1 second. 1 second. It's not like it takes place over, well, he's going to do it in 30 seconds from now. It just takes one little flick of his finger, and I will tell you, they probably had no choice. Snap polls ahead of the 2016 election indicated that up to 5% of voters would have rather cast a ballot for Harambe over Trump and Hillary Clinton. So that I would need to see the full comment, but that comment out of text does sound weird. But whatever. Yeah, crazy to think
that offset my shock and horror that
yeah, no,
in
that
Europe
threw me
they
for
had
a
a
loop.
candlelight vigil.
Yeah, candlelight vigil. There was multiple. There wasn't just one. That people look, they did they made art for him. I'm sorry for you and everyone that loves you, and then it's a little Harambe picture. We will miss you, like little card signed here, like people making stuff for Harambe. Dude, it got serious.
How did Farnsworth put it? I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
No, stuff like this, it just no. Look, man, if anything, it should be heartwarming to see that something like this could bring everyone and so many people together.
They will unite over a fucking monkey, but they won't unite over a world-ran horrible atrocity rape.
Correct.
That's why I hate this fucking monkey so much. They will unite over this, but something that is abominational, they will not touch.
Like a lot of people saw the movie, what's called shit, what is it? The Sound of Freedom. Like we could organize around stuff like that and like fighting against what happens in that film, but no. Why do that? Anyway, we could start wrapping up. I think we talked about a lot today, Fish. We talked about a lot today.
Mm-hmm. And we had no lag.
Well, that's because I am no longer being a big dum-dum and putting my bit rate to 10,000. I dropped it down to 45 like it should be.
Well, if I ever do a Vid Ninja thing, now I know don't fucking do that.
Yeah, don't raise your bit rate higher than it should be. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching today. I had a ton of fun. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Joey and the Fish here. Guys, you can follow Joey down in the chat. You can also follow Fishie in the chat. I'm going to drop his link. Follow Fishie in the chat, guys. Guys, we need to help Fishie get to 100 followers. He's not at 100 followers yet. We need to help him get there. So please, if you will, follow that link in the chat. I need to add it to the description as well. So please,
I have figured out pretty much the time frames that I do stream at. There's no set schedule, but chances are, if you want to catch me ever go live when playing video games, 10 a.m. or so in the morning when I do the late night shift at my work. And if I do the early morning shift, then I'll be doing like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock streams in the evening. So,
alrighty. Well, there you go, guys. Go follow Fishie. Fishie, do you want to say anything as we close out here?
Well, yeah. As he's got my channel up on the screen there, you can see my little avatar that Joey never wanted to let me use, asshole. But I do comic dubs and I stream video games to Rumble, mainly Helldivers and Transformers Devastation or Godzilla and other things that fancy me. You can find me on YouTube as well, but I don't post my video game live streams there. That's just edited content in my comic dubs. And you can catch me on Joey's show and Tyler's show. when my schedule allows.
Heck yeah. And we'll have Fishie on again in the future talking about more stuff. I'll have more guests on in the future, especially now that I got my lag stuff situated. So looking forward to chatting with more people. Looking forward to talking with Fish some more. And thanks for coming on, man. Well,
I appreciate you letting me have time. Come on.
Of course. And then lastly, before we get out of here, I want to shout out everybody that reposted. Guys, thank you to Musically Medicated reposted. Also just started following. Thank you very much. We also got some people that commented, which I'll have to pull up. Oh wait, here, do I have the full screen? I do. Show more. Who all reposted today? Rebel with No Yell, thank you for the repost. Nora came in. She also commented and reposted. Thank you. Sick as Shitty Gov reposted. Colt45 came in. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by. He reposted. Let's see. We also got a few comments. Let's go pull up the comments. What were you guys saying in the comments? Nora just put some emojis in the comments. Thank you very much. Yankee Free said I was here. What is this? Scores carry? I think I said that right. Said let's go. Liz said check out Tyler Today News. I'm voting too often. I'm trying to upvote all the comments that are here. Don't tell me I'm upvoting too often, Rumble. Devilishly Angelic said commenting to comment. Thank you. Outworld Live, also Joey Cannoli. Tyler is doing the news. All is right. Thank you, Joey. Thank you. R2 ROTV. I'm not sure how to say your name correctly. Was here. Thank you. Real Colton, go support Tyler Today News. Hit that follow, repost, and smash that thumbs up. Thank you, Colton. And me, Thomas, also dropped some emojis. Thank you to everybody stopping by. And we'll be streaming more tomorrow. Maybe later today I might stream some Vigima games. I'm definitely gonna be playing some Minecraft today, but I might not want to stream what I'm doing. I don't always want to stream Minecraft. Some of the stuff I do on there is incredibly boring to stream. So we'll see, because I might want to throw up some podcast or debate and catch up on some stuff. We'll see. But anyway, again, thank you to Fishie and thank you to Joey for hanging out. We'll see all you guys in the next stream. Have a good one, guys. Let's play a song as I normally do, and then I'll find someone to raid out to. What song do I want to play?
Peace out, everyone.
What song do I want to play? Let's play. You know, I feel like burning the flags today. Have a good one, guys.
Super.
Streets hum loud with a broken beat, yeah. Whispers crawl where the liars meet, yeah. The truth's a shadow hiding in plain sight. They sell us mirrors, but no one's right.
Who holds the pen that rewrites the lines? Who builds the walls and calls them divine? Burn the flags, burn the flags. They don't care what you have. Raise your voice or take your stand. The power's yours, don't let it pass.
Marching forward but stuck in reverse. Echoes scream but they don't rehearse. Fingers point but the mirrors crack. Both sides cheat while the people lack.
Who feeds the fire? Who strikes the spark? Who paints the light? Who shapes the dark?
Burn the flags, burn the flags. They don't care what you have.
Raise your voice or take your stand. They